Her name was Nia Rose, a name that sounded soft and beautiful, nothing like the hard life she lived. By day, Nia was just another face in a worn-down one-bedroom apartment in the city. The paint peeled from the walls, the fan creaked overhead, and the mattress on the floor was shared between her and her 6-year-old son, Malik. He was the only pure thing in her life, the reason she kept going. By night, Nia became someone else. The streets lit up with neon signs and loud music. Cars rolled slow, windows halfway down, eyes scanning. Men didn't ask her name. They didn't care. To them, she was just a body, a moment, a transaction. But to herself, she was surviving. Every night she stepped out in heels that hurt her feet and dresses that barely covered her skin, she told herself the same thing. Just make enough to get Malik through another week. Just one more night. Nia didn't start this life because she wanted to. It started when Malik's father disappeared, leaving behind nothing but broken promises. Jobs came and went, bills stacked up, hunger doesn't wait, and neither does rent. So she adapted. She learned the streets quickly. Who to trust, who to avoid, when to walk away. She built a reputation, strong, quiet, no nonsense, but even the strongest people can find themselves in the wrong place at the wrong time. And one night, she did. It was later than usual. The streets had thinned out, but not enough to feel safe. Nia leaned against a flickering streetlight, arms folded, watching every passing car carefully. Something felt off. The air was too still, too quiet. A black car pulled up, tinted windows, engine still running. That alone was a warning sign. The passenger window rolled down slowly. A man inside nodded for her to come closer. His voice was calm, but something about it felt, hop in. Quick ride. Nia hesitated. Her instincts screamed at her to walk away. But her mind drifted to Malik, sleeping on that thin mattress, probably hungry again. She needed the money, so she made a choice and stepped into the car. The moment the door shut, everything changed. The smell hit her first. Alcohol, sweat, something sour. Then she noticed there wasn't just one man. There were two, one in the driver's seat, one beside her in the back. Her chest tightened. You didn't say there were two of you, she said, her voice steady but firm. The man beside her smirked. Relax. You'll get paid double. That didn't comfort her. The car started moving, too fast, too far from the main road. Now her instincts weren't just warning her, they were shouting. Stop the car, Nia said, sharper this time. No response. The man beside her reached out, grabbing her arm, not gentle, not respectful. That was the moment she knew. This wasn't about money anymore. This was about survival. Fear is powerful, but so is a mother's will to make it back home. Nia didn't panic. She reacted. Fast. She twisted her arm hard, catching the man off guard. At the same time, she drove her elbow straight into his ribs with everything she had. He grunted in pain, loosening his grip. Yo! He shouted. The driver glanced back for a split second. That was his mistake. Nia lunged forward, grabbing the steering wheel and yanking it sharply. The car swerved violently, tires screeching against the road. Are you crazy, Z? The driver yelled, trying to regain control. The car slammed to a sudden stop. Before either man could react, Nia kicked the door open and threw herself out onto the pavement. The impact hurt bad, but she didn't stop. She got up and ran, barefoot now, one heel lost somewhere in the chaos. Behind her, she heard shouting, car doors slamming. They were coming after her. Her lungs burned, her legs screamed, but she didn't stop. She couldn't stop. She turned down narrow alleys, jumped over broken fences, cut through dark corners she knew like the back of her hand. This was her territory, her streets. She used that, one wrong turn and they'd catch her. One moment of hesitation and it was over. Finally, she spotted a small group of late-night vendors up ahead. People, lights, noise, safety. She pushed harder, sprinting the last stretch until she burst into the crowd. The men chasing her slowed, then stopped completely. They weren't stupid. They didn't want attention. Nia collapsed behind a stall, breathing hard, heart pounding like it might break out of her chest. But she was alive. It took her a while before she could move again. When she finally did, she didn't go back to the streetlight. She didn't go looking for another ride. She went home. The apartment was quiet. Malik was still asleep, curled up under a thin sheet. Nia stood in the doorway for a long moment, just watching him, her eyes filled with tears she had been holding back all night. She walked over slowly and sat beside him, brushing his hair gently. I'm here, she whispered softly. He stirred slightly but didn't wake. That was enough. That night changed her. The streets had always been dangerous, but now it felt different, real, close, too close. As she lay down beside her son, still sore, still shaken, she made herself a promise. This won't be forever. She didn't know how yet, didn't know when, but she knew one thing for sure. She had to find another way. Because one day, she might not make it back home. And Malik deserved a mother who did. Nia Rose wasn't just a woman of the night. She was a fighter, a survivor, and most importantly, a mother who refused to lose.